Way, hey, hey, everybody. Good evening and happy Friday. How are y'all doing? Shibi Nero here with part 8. I believe it's part 8 of our TMNT Kawabunga collection stream. So let's see. TMNT, TMNT the arcade game, Follow the Foot Clan, TMNT 2 arcade game, Turtles in Time arcade, TMNT 2 Back from the Sewers, TMNT 3, and yeah, part 8. So welcome to part 8, and tonight TMNT 4 Turtles in Time Super Nintendo version is the name of the game we are streaming tonight, and been kind of off during the week, busy with work and whatnot. Didn't have much time to play anything else, but lately I kind of like this I guess schedule I got going, just literally just keeping streams specifically to the weekend. It's just easier to do that kind of thing rather than what I used to do was try and stream, every single day, every single evening. And even though I do have the means to do that, I just get tired. And, at least when there's no work to do, like job wise, I have more energy on Friday night to do these kinds of things. So I do apologize though for the lack of regular videos going up on the channel, because I am actually in the process of working through an unboxing video for Cotton Fantasy. I just need to record the gameplay portion of that, and I am still trying to work through River City Girls PlayStation 5, trying to figure out how to stream the PS5 again. I'm still having issues with that. It's not working like it used to work, the way I'm actually streaming to you right now via the Nintendo Switch, just through a capture card, the simple way. PS5 just gotta be different, you gotta be a pain in the ass. So, anyway, everybody, well, when I say everybody, I don't mean everybody, but I specifically guess what I mean to say is most people claim that Turtles in Time is in fact the greatest Turtles game of all of them. And when I say that, I think they mean, I don't know if they mean the arcade version or if they mean this one, because definitely it's a good game, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. I enjoy the Super Nintendo version more because it's a little bit more nostalgic than the arcade version for me anyway, and I've played both of them. But yeah, I do like the home version more than the arcade version, namely because it's longer, there's more levels, and it's more closely tied to the cartoon. But anyway, enough ranting from me. Let's see what enhancements we got for this one. Starting level, button dash off, extra lives. No, we don't need to do anything here. Plus the opening is better. So let's go. And I position my face correctly again. It's just so much better with the actual theme than that Pizza Power song they used for the arcade version. Anyway, before we get started, I want to mention that in order to get the best ending in the game, you have to complete the game on hard. And one good thing about the option portion of this is that, see, you can put it on easy, you only get 3 continues. Put it on normal, you get 4. And even though you beat the game, you won't get the Splinter will tell you like to try for the hard level. So for hard, you get 5 continues. 5. Not that I think we'll need them all, but hard mode is technically not as hard as some people make it out to be. You'll notice also that when we started this, we didn't have to select our turtle beforehand, like the original arcade game. And obviously, rest meaning lives, I always give 7. That's the most you can give. And you have the option, and this is pretty cool. I think this is the first time you could choose between the cartoon or the comic style. And even though the comic style, it is not the all red bandana turtles, it is in fact like the color of the toys. So Leonardo was like pale green, Raphael was like bright green, Michelangelo was like pine green, and Donnie was kind of brown. That's the comic vision. And also their eyes are kind of like not as dotted and animated. They're more like clear with no pupil. That's what the comic animation looks like. But we'll go with the standard animation and go from there. So here we go. The only sad thing about this game, it would have been so much better if you were able to play 4-player. So I'm gonna pick my favorite. I'll pick Donnie. And obviously the difference from the arcade version to this, not as many, the voiceovers are mostly in speech bubble. Which is okay. Big Apple, 3 a.m. And April is the one telling you to go instead of Splinter. Also, I really like the sound effects better than the Super Nintendo version as opposed to the arcade version. I don't know why, it's just it just seems better. And that's a new it is in the arcade version, but there's a specific boss fight that requires you to know how to do that move where you throw them at the screen. No, this is supposed to be hard mode, but explosions are bigger too. I love that move. And obviously if you've played Shredder's Revenge by now, and why haven't you? A lot of these same moves are featured in Shredder's Revenge for the turtles, like the fling slam and the fling the enemy at the screen are all in there. Shredder's Revenge is actually getting a retail physical release, which is awesome. Made me think twice about ordering it from Limited Run, but to make it actually fair, it's like Limited Run. I actually got an email not too long ago saying that my copy of Shredder's Revenge for the Switch will be shipping out soon. Oh, another thing is that you can see their health, unlike the arcade version. I wonder if they still I think they still Yeah, they still flash, kind of like they did in the first arcade game. Boy, he was easy.
Alley-cat blues.
Can you pause the game? Oh, there you go. It's opposite in this. It's the minus button. But again, reason mainly why I like this version over the arcade version. Sound effects look better. Controls are better. The levels are there's more levels, and it features characters who were not in the arcade version, who should have been in the arcade versions. So, for example, for the most part, most of the levels are the same. At least the first three are, in order. And then there's a new level introduced as the fourth level, which is the Technodrome. And the boss of the pirate ship, which was Tokan Razar in the arcade version, they were moved to the Technodrome level. And then the actual boss of the... Oh, these guys weren't in the arcade version. The arcade, what was it? The, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, so the boss of the Technodrome level is Shredder, and then that's when you go back in time. In the original arcade version, you go back in time after the end of the third level. So then obviously the dinosaur level, the prehistoric time level. Slash is the boss in that level instead of the muck monster, which I think is better. Level 6 is the pirate ship. Instead of Toka and Razar, we have Bebop and Rocksteady together, which made more sense to me because they're like the first formidable enemies the turtles faced in the arcade, in their cartoon, right? So to have them not in the arcade version just didn't make sense at all. 7th level is the same, Wild Wild West with Letterhead. The 8th level in the future, in the highway, it looks better in the SNES version because it's more like at the screen, and that was to capitalize off of the Mode 7 capabilities of the Super Nintendo. 9th level is the same, which is the Starship, and then the 10th level is the same, with the exception that Super Shredder is the final boss instead of regular Shredder. But that's the game in a nutshell. I never looked at Metalhead as a bad guy. Because if you bought the toy for Metalhead, which I do have, or had when I was a kid, he was considered to be one of the heroes. Again, retro gaming is all about patterns, right? So he fire goes down, then he goes zigzag up the top. This is supposed to be hard mode, but it doesn't feel like it at times. That's my special move, by the way. Oh yeah, at the end of the bonus levels, Rat King, who is not in the arcade version. So see what I mean? Like the console version is better. The sound is better too, specifically with the music. It's like, why did you play this in the arcade when it's so much better on Super Nintendo? It's hard to hit all the enemies, but you know, like as much as I usually pick Michelangelo as my first character I like to play as, I really like Donnie in this version too. Some navigation. Not exactly easy, is it? And then the pizza monster. They look like sperm in the water. And here we go with the Rat King. And he's the one making those things. Take at the bottom of the screen and you won't get hit by that. Down he goes. And into the Technodrome we go.
Technodrome. Let's kick shout.
Exclusive to this version of the game. The next stream, even though I said we probably wouldn't stream it for a while, I'm actually misinterpreted that because I have actually played that game to the fullest when I added it to my Sega Genesis Mini, and that being TMNT the Hyperstone Heist, the so-called Sega Genesis version, if you will, of Turtles in Time. Because it features some of the same level designs and layouts, except for the third level, and maybe some of the second level, but it's a lot. The levels are there's fewer levels, but the levels are longer than the ones featured here. So you'll see, like when we stream it, which might be actually tonight, depending on how quickly we get through this one. We might stream that one. Just depends. So this is new. Those foot shoulders with the shields. That you can't just, you know, button mash and knock them out. And unfortunately, they are the ones you need to fling at the screen when you fight Shredder. And the best way to get them into that position is to, you know, body check them and then do the flip move. Oh yeah, Toka can land on you. So one fires like ice and one deals with fire. And they can like utilize tag team attacks as well. And they can actually hurt each other too. See, like that. They each have their own health bar. I got rid of him first. You can beat the dog up. It's actually supposed to be a wolf. And then you get to go into the elevator. Very different from the one in the arcade game. This elevator will also make a reappearance in Hyperstone Heist, but it'll be going down instead of up. And that's near the end of the game. You'll see how similar Hyperstone Heist is to Turtles in Time. And not that it's like a strict copy of Turtles in Time, but they tried to make it, at least give Sega fans, you know, a little TMNT love, and I like that. I really wanted to play that game growing up, but I didn't play it until a few years ago, like when I got my Sega Genesis Mini and put the ROM on it. That was the first time I actually played it, and it was a decent game for its time. So it's every 200 points you get a 1-up. Same with the original arcade game. Yeah, doing so hot. But yeah, this is clearly a button mashing affair sometimes. So these are the guys you're gonna deal with in just a minute. Not nice. Okay, here you're gonna see this unique boss fight. Changes view. You gotta do that. Stay out of the hand of the gun and of the claw. The dashing into them to get close to them so that you can fling them takes, I think it takes three times before you take off one of Shredder's bars. Yeah, 3. So you have to do it 9 times. Obviously, if you put it on an easier difficulty setting, it'll be a lot easier to do because it won't be these types of foot soldiers you're fighting. At least they respawn. Of course, it's hard to see with Shredder being in the way, right? There we go. One more should do it. His laugh is not as laughable though. He said the same thing in the third level. So this is where we actually go back in time.
Prehistoric pterosaurs.
No more flinging. You don't need to do that all the time now. You can just strictly attack people now. Yeah, get out of here, punk. Again, being the greatest turtle game of all time, not so sure. Well, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I much prefer the original arcade game. I don't like finish my sentences very well, but I do like the improvements that they did make over the original arcade game, for sure. I like how they also made the 4 turtles uniquely different instead of similar from the first game, but ooh. Okay. Everybody just blows up when they get defeated. Like Michael Bay. I have yet to see the Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtle movies. I don't know how bad they are. I've heard bad things about them, but they were still somewhat nostalgic. At least the second one, from what I understand. Like, I wouldn't mind, I guess, taking the good with the bad and owning that, even though it's probably really bad. Maybe I should see if it's on Netflix first. I know the second one was. Damn, can't see what I mean by I don't like these guys. There, get rid of the bozo. I like how they blow each other up, though. Save me from doing the dirty work. I'm not quite dead yet. I do like, though... I don't finish my sentences, but I do like how they place the pizza right where you actually need it. Of course, I'm almost down to my last life, so it would be pointless to consume it now. You get surrounded pretty quickly. One thing I do like, though, is like when you do lose all your lives, at least you can play as a different character. Unlike the first arcade game, you're stuck with that character. I guess I should consume it now. Alright, where is he? You have to hit him from behind. That's the only way he's vulnerable. It's best to, like, when he jumps like that, if you can get him. You can't do a full frontal attack on him. You have to wait for him to, like, dash and then perform a combo. If you can. The more you can get him to jump like that, the better chance you have of attacking him. Of course, this is much harder when I have less lives. I'm gonna die soon. Because you can't block him. Not really well anyway. Well, time to pick another character. Right.
Prehistoric pterosaur.
So remember, we have 5 continues. Alright, Mikey. I still have my original copy of this game. I say that like I'm proud. Well, yeah. Considering how bad retro gaming is right now in terms of like people ripping people off with how much stuff is actually worth. I definitely don't like it when people get taken for a ride. Don't you? See if we can get through this. Much easier than we did the first time. I like that slam thing though, it definitely clears out all the enemies much quicker. I don't like it when I get punched in the back though. Or run over. But so far so good. I haven't lost a life yet. This is one way to get rid of those bastards. Never mind, I just lost a life. Again, though, I'm gonna conserve consuming that until I absolutely need to. Ugh. Good, it stays in view at least. It's hard to dodge him though. Actually keep doing the combo even though you don't land a hit on him, because then that forces him to jump. Ah, shit. He is one of the more difficult bosses though. Then he'll attack like that. But once you get rid of him, the other bosses are nowhere near as difficult. It's difficult because you're trying to dash away to hit him. Ah, shit. It's hard to judge what plane he's on, right? Shit. Come on. I'm not gonna waste all my lives here. Just to get rid of one mutant turtle. Oh. Shit, like whenever he's like in the open to attack is when I'm down. Fuck you. Finally he's dead. Get the fuck out of here. At least we have 5 continues. So we've used 1 and wasted a whole bunch of life on that boss fight.
Skull and crossbones.
Oh, I don't like being punched in the back. That's one thing I hate. They actually did a was it Ubisoft who did it? Yeah, Ubisoft did a re-release of this game called Turtles in Time Reshelled with different character models. Like not the cartoon models, but they featured the voice cast of the 2003 series. But the game, oh, the jellyfish foot. That's what I called them. Oh god, I hate that stupid jellyfish. It's like a shuriken or something. But whenever you see that guy, get rid of him first over anybody else in the enemy party. Because he's gonna give you nothing but trouble. Of course, we're not doing so hot because we wasted most of our lives fighting Slash. Getting rid of his ass. If we were to get an extra life now, that would be great, but I foresee ourselves using another continue. Also, when you slam them though, you seem to get more points. Like, not just like 1 point per like defeated enemy, it's more like, okay, where are you, punk ass bitch? Oh, we got lucky. Okay, where's the asshole? There's 2 of them. Oh, fuck. Get out of here. See what I mean? Like, you... Fuck you. We're gonna use a continue. I have a feeling. Yeah. Pain in the ass.
Skull and crossbones.
God. Well, I guess it is kind of hard. Oh, you bitch. Scissorfoot. That is what he threw at me, right? Or were those kunai? I don't know. Either way, annoying guy. I'm trying to prepare for when that stupid jellyfish guy shows up. He's gonna show up soon. I know he is. Where is he? There he is. Kill him. Get rid of him first. Always rule of thumb. When he's among the enemies, kill him first. He'll give you nothing but headaches. Having to dodge all the stone warriors too. Not to mention the cannonballs. Ah, fuck you. Missed him. I remember when I said that the arcade version levels of the first game were a lot shorter than the NES version. I don't like this. It seems to be the other way around for Turtles in Time. Like the arcade version is longer, and the SNES version is so these punk ass bitches. Hate them, and they just cost me a life. Kill you. Like they interrupt the combo. That's what pisses me off. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it. Ugh. Fucker. And that stupid little sound it makes, like boom, boom. And that's the one that causes your death. Him and the pea shooter. Another lost life. Alright, where are you? Periodically they'll do that. I like this fight though. As long as you beat one of them, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to beat them both. Not like the original arcade game. See? And they beat each other up. Boy, we're just throwing our continues out the window though. It would be embarrassing if we actually don't beat this game in this stream. Mind you, I'm not playing a lot of this offline on my own. I'm actually confident in doing it for the stream specifically. The only one I'm not really confident one is the Radical Rescue. That's really the only one. A fling slam always cures everything. I wish we'd do more of these fling slams though, because they definitely clear the room. Don't let them gang up on you. As you can see, also, that I've noticed, there usually isn't more than 3 or 4 enemies on screen at once. But then again, it didn't show that there was a slowdown or anything like that, like the NES version. Ugh! Getting in the way. That's what they do. Yeah. I have a feeling we'll be using another one. Aren't you glad? It's this getting surrounded bullshit that I can't stand. Oh yeah, the pizza's kind of late, you know. Now, if we can beat Leatherhead, that's another question. Watch out for that tail of his, though. And when he brings the lobster at you. And a knife. He's definitely a lot easier than the arcade version, I'll give you that. Oh yeah, they throw in the barrel for good measure. And of course we lose. When we had a good thing going.
Bury my shell at wounded knee.
Let's see how good Rappy will be. If you can prevent yourself from getting surrounded, then you will do well in this game. But I am not that great at preventing it. as you have seen. That's what led to most of our demises. And learning how to avoid when they do stuff like that. Ah, shit. That and noticing the environments, like when the shadows show up, meaning stuff is gonna fall on you. Raph just might be the best character to prevent getting surrounded. Shit. Blast me with the bazooka, will ya? I'll teach you. It even stops the charge. Well, a little bit, if you get lucky. I can't believe I lost a life based on that. Oh, okay. Shit. No more of this bullshit. I'll get rid of you right now. If you use that special move, much like TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project, it takes off your health. Hopefully we won't lose any more health. This will be it. No. Goodbye. Suicide. The future. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah. So this is what made this iteration different than the arcade, was this viewpoint. And those question marks are the pizzas. Ugh. That and everything is only takes one hit to defeat something. Same with the other bonus stage. But then obviously near the end it'll switch. Now can we avoid using another continue? Ugh. Can hit him in the back. I guess that's one way to do it. He's not doing too bad though. When he does that though, just do this. You can avoid it. Wow, that was a big hit. Oi. Well, at least we didn't use another continue. We still have not got a 1-up in all these continued sections. Alright. Now, 9th level. We're not there yet.
Starbase, where no turtle has gone before.
I think we have like 2 continues left. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The music, anyway. It's the same music you hear in the last level of Manhattan Project. There we go. Gives ourselves a fighting chance. I think it's cool that they gave you the option to have both of the arcade and the home versions of this one, as well as the NES one. It truly is a monumental collection. I don't think we'll make it. I think we will use a continue. We'll bring Donnie back in. I wish it was more like Manhattan Project, in the way that when you lose a life, you can switch. That's the one thing I liked about Manhattan Project, was the ability to do that. So the game didn't get stale. Oh! There's always 2 of them as well. 3 even. 4. Can't get Starbase,
where no turtle has gone before.
You really have to up the life count if you're playing on hard mode. No matter how good you are at this game. Don't let them like wait too long, because then they'll try and jump you. I'll pick this up because I hate these guys. Don't give anybody an opening. Nobody gets an opening. If I can. Shit, like, look how much health you've lost already. And all it takes is one hit and you're out of a life. That's why I like to slam more than throwing crap at the screen, because that makes you vulnerable. At least with the slam, you take others down with them. You see how I went for him, like, right away? Ugh. You stupid ass. Oh, this is the area you gotta be careful. Get frozen. I don't know if those are supposed to be moon colonies or something like that. They never really said where they are. I'm guessing that could be Mars. But probably not. Oh. Silence is not good. Was that 3 of these assholes to deal with? Shit. And then I can't get out of a combo, can I? Yeah, use it. Or show if you got those dinks with the jellyfish shuriken. Blow yourself up, why don't you? If Konami really wanted to be assholes, they could have just put the jellyfish foot soldier right there. That's what I would have done to make the game even harder. Save it, save it, save it, save it. Or when you're in dire situation. You see what I'm trying to do, right? Trying to get... Ugh! Don't ever let them pincer you. Don't deal with that shit. Don't take that shit from nobody. Am I? Ugh. The laughing is laughable, though. Trying to hit him, though, is a pain. And just when you thought you could hit him. Oh shit. I hate those little things. You know he does that so that you don't focus on him, and he'll start slamming into the ground. Because he's in the air, he's not at... Kick you in the head. Oh, those stupid things. He's almost dead though. If I can ever get there. He gave me enough lives, that's funny. He killed so many of those things. He's almost there, I can feel it. There we go. I noticed in the arcade game they left Krang actually in the spaceship. Final level.
Technodrome, the final shell shock.
Mutated him. He's more vulnerable when he does the ice attack. Get it if you could get a fix on him. Not always easy to get a hit on him though. More easy when you ice though. Yeah, continue time. I stand a better chance.
Technodrome, the final shell shock.
It's almost like you have to intentionally get hit in order to do damage to him. To get close so that you can pummel him with a combo. But again, when he does the ice attack, that's really the best time to attack him. You stand a greater chance. Of course, I can never predict when he actually does it. He's almost dead anyway. There you go. Commit suicide. And there you have it. Turtles in Time, the Super Nintendo version. With the actual real ending, we will see it's not really that much different. And there's some dude. This game feels like it was a little bit more difficult than the arcade version. Maybe because in the arcade version you can't really dictate the difficulty level. Like arcade version is always difficult. Maybe. Seriously, internet, fuck you. You got disconnected. Someone must be downloading porn on the internet. In the neighborhood. Eating up the bandwidth. But this is the so-called special ending, which just showcases you all the characters. Kind of like a cast in a play. Like, we reached the end of the game, so I'm not... Normally I hate it when we have a disconnect. I hate it. So much so that I used to say, when I used to stream before, that if it disconnects 3 times, I don't keep the stream. I redo it. And then I said to myself, if I get disconnected once, I will remove it. But since we're already finished the game, it totally defeats the purpose to like restream it again. You know, it just doesn't make sense. If we were in the middle of the game, yeah, for sure, I'd definitely redo the whole thing because I can't stand that shit. Having a disconnect. Nobody likes that. Not the viewer, not the streamer, nobody. Why can't we have stable internet? Spelled wrong, by the way. There you are, now he talks to you. Well, we've certainly been going longer than that, but if you manage to actually make it to the very end, then your sting would be higher, but you know, it's hard mode. But anyway, thank you for checking out the stream tonight of TMNT 4 Turtles in Time, the SNES version. Next time we will stream TMNT, the Hyperstone Heist. It might be tonight, it might be tomorrow night, I'm not too sure. But anyway, that'll be the next one. Definitely I'm going to like put the maximum amount of lives and continues like I did in this one. But anyway, friends, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind to yourselves and each other. And stay beautifully imperfect. And keep up the awesomeness. And we will see you next time for part 9 of our TMNT Cowabunga collection streams. Take care and have a good night. Peace out. And hopefully no more disconnects. Later.